Alright, well, if you really love something, then you're going to give it that extra effort. So I'm going to go ahead and do this again, man. Right now it's 5:46 in the AM. Did the first video, it ain't recorded, it ain't saved my voice. But I'm going to go ahead and do it again. So shalom to you brothers out there. All praises to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Salutations to the 1/3 and the 144. Alright? This God that we serve is a God that delivers. It's a God that's merciful. It's a God that's judging. And every day is a day closer to judgment. So it happened. It's trickling down to the physical realm. So pretty much what I wanted to do was go into get this chapter real quick. A new covenant teaching, Matthew chapter 11. And, it's been a while since I've done a teaching on the new covenant. And pretty much the new covenant consists of the spirit and liberty and the blood of Christ. That's why when you exit this out of the old covenant mindset, you understand the things you can't keep in the law. That's where the blood of Christ fulfills. That's where it covers. And that's why he was better than Moses, which represented the law. That's why he was better than Elijah, which represented the prophets. As one that buildeth the house is greater than the house. He's the one that created all things. And that's why it took a perfect lamb to do what man couldn't do. It took a perfect lamb to do what the Levites couldn't do. It took a perfect lamb's blood to do what the blood of ghosts and animals couldn't do. It's what we understand about the Son of the Most High, man. We don't call him the son of Joseph. So with that being understood, like I always say, it's a beautiful thing that brothers are bringing out the new covenant. What that's doing is pulling the strongholds back and it's exposing these Pharisees that don't teach it. A lot of you Pharisees out there, you're actually hand in hand with the enemy, but you're on high seats and you have the power over the people's minds. And that's all being broken down by the true disciples, those that were disciplined, those that understand we have to bear our cross daily and follow the Lord. See, this path ain't fucking easy, man. It's not fucking easy, but it definitely is worth it to those that understand the Lord, that understand his ways are greater than our ways. I understand his sacrifice is better than our sacrifice. So, do we do this to be accepted? We're already accepted. We're just doing this to glorify him and chant down the walls of Babylon. See? So pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at verse 1. It says John's question, Matthew chapter 11. And I'm just going to read down. Alright? Who was John? Elijah. Who was the Lord? That was the Son of God. Everybody comes back in a regeneration. Saul came back as Paul. David came back as Peter. Elijah came back as John the Baptist. Right alongside with all the other disciples. They were all here glorifying the Most High, man. See, the doctrine consisted of the new covenant, which is the spirit. Not of the letter that killeth, but of the spirit that bringeth to life. So, verse 1. And it came to pass, when the Lord had made an end of commanding his 12 disciples, he departed thence to teach and to preach in their cities. Now when John had heard in the prison the works of Christ, he sent 2 of his disciples. So this is pretty much the point where John was in prison, alright? Well, what was he doing? What was his operation? What was his job? He was sent to baptize with water. He told the people, hey, I'm not him, but there's one that's going to come after me that's going to baptize with fire. Everything is going to be made low. Bring forth fruit, meat for repentance. He wasn't talking about no rotten fruits of the law that made you look good on the outside, but inside you were dirty. He was talking about the fruits of the Spirit, which ultimately cleanses you from within, which is the true circumcision of the heart. Not of the flesh, which the Hebrews kept, but of the Spirit. Thus, when you keep the law of the Spirit and you're circumcised in the heart, you can make it. You're joined unto Israel. That's how we know you righteous Gentiles. You can make it, man. Because you're going to be joined unto Israel. You're going to be underneath Israel. Alright? That middle wall of partition has been broken. Now when John had heard in the person the works of Christ, he sent 2 of his disciples, and said unto him, Art thou he that should come, or do we look for another? The Lord answered and said unto him, Go and show John again those things which you do hear and see. The blind receive their sight, and the lame walk, the lepers are cleansed, and the deaf hear, the dead are raised up, and the poor have the gospel preached unto them. And blessed is he whosoever should not be offended in me. So, this way he's telling them to go tell John. The Lord was doing miracles of all types of sorts. It was an anomaly. He was bringing people back from the dead. He was healing them. He was giving them sight. He was doing pretty much what the Pharisees couldn't do. But he didn't care about power. He definitely didn't care about clout. He didn't care about any of that crap. His whole mission was to free the people's minds and get them to understand that he was the way, the truth, and the life. So that's his name. But I made a good point on that. That is his name, his ways. Which when you follow his ways, then you're protected and you're under his jurisdiction, you're under his umbrella. Okay? That's why we stick with his ways, man. His name, his ways, his truth. And as they departed, Jesus began to say unto the multitudes concerning John, What went you out into the wilderness to see? A reed shaking with the wind? But what went you out for to see? A man clothed in soft raiment? Behold, they that wear soft clothing are in kings' houses. John wasn't wearing no soft raiment. He was wearing a hard raiment. He was eating locusts, wild honey. He was a wild man. See? But what went you out for to see? A prophet? Yeah, I say unto you. Yeah, I say unto you, and more than a prophet. For this is he whom it was written, Behold, I send my messenger before thy face, which shall prepare thy way before thee. Verily I say unto you, among them that are born of a woman, that hath not risen a greater than John the Baptist. Notwithstanding, he that is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he. Why is it saying that? Because those that are least in the kingdom, you could be the littlest one in the kingdom, you're still going to be greater than John the Baptist. See? Because he represented the prophets, Moses represented the law. It all plays out because the Lord was ultimately set forth to come, which he was going to supersede these two, being the Son of God, being that perfect sacrifice. So by us believing in him, under his doctrine, we can make it into the kingdom. The little ones should be as David. What did David say? I'd rather be a doorkeeper than to dwell in the tents of wickedness, man. If you believe in Christ, no matter if you're the ear, the eye, the nose, your feet, toes, you're still going to make it in. All right? That's why he washed our feet. Told us to do it to one another, man. Wash each other's feet. The feet is the foundation. If the feet is strong, if the foundation is strong, the wind is going to come. There's prophesied to happen. The floods of the wicked is going to come, but it's not going to blow that house down. Because why? Because it's established upon the true rock. Established upon the true foundation. Not of Moses, that's like likened unto quicksand, but of the true gospel, the rock, Cephas, Peter. Upon this rock I'm going to build my church, and the gates of hell definitely are not going to prevail. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffers its violence, and the violence take it by force. So that's what they want to do. They want to take the violence, they want to take the kingdom by force, but they can't. Their force is not our force. Our force is we're taking it by force. The saints shall take the kingdom and possess it forever. We got the true force. We got the right force. That's why we're sitting on the right hand of the Most High until the Lord makes our enemies our footstool. For all the prophets in the law prophesied until John, and if you're a receiver, this is Elias, which was for to come. He that has ears to hear, let him hear. For whereunto shall I liken this generation? And where should I compare it? But it is like unto children sitting in a market and calling unto their fellows, and saying, We have piped unto you, and you have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and you have not lamented. John came eating nor drinking, and they say he has a devil. The Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they said, Behold, a man gluttonous, and a winebibber, a friend of publicans and sinners. For wisdom is justified of her children. So just exactly what I'm doing now, or what you brothers are doing, are bringing out the new covenant in sincerity and truth. The Lord said what? It's likened unto us eating or piping. It's likened unto us dancing. The song that we're singing. It's a song that never goes away. Party doesn't stop. It keeps going. But what's taking place? They're not dancing. They're not singing with us. As we're singing, they're crying. As we're crying, they're singing. It's a total flip-flop. And that's why the Lord, He's separating the sheep from the goats, the bad from the good. Marriage is set The table was furnished. He told him, go out. And when you go out, you're gonna fish. I will make you a fisher of men. So if you look at a fisherman, right, they get all types of fish, and all when the fish comes in the boat, at the end of the day, they separate the ones that want from the ones that don't want. Some of the fish might be tainted, so they throw the bad away, and they keep the good. That's how it's going to be like. And tares are going to be thrown into the furnace of fire. The wheat are going to be thrown into the Lord's barn. The wheat are the ones that's good to eat. You want to be a wheat. The Son of Man came eating and drinking, and it said, behold, a man gluttonous and a winebibber, a friend of publicans and sinners, but wisdom is justified of her children. Take that out. Then began he to upbraid the cities wherein most of his mighty works were done, because they repented not. Woe unto the Chorazin, woe unto the Bethsaida, for the mighty works which were done in you have been done in Tyre and Sidon. They would have repented long ago in sackcloth and ashes. But I say unto you, it should be more tolerable for Tyre and Sidon at the day of judgment than for you. And thou, Capernaum, which are exalted unto heaven, shall be brought down to hell. For if the mighty works which have been done in thee have been done in Sodom, it will remain unto this day. But I say unto you that it should be more tolerable for the land of Sodom in the day of judgment than for thee. The Lord, he's telling these certain cities that are exalted, just like now. He got a lot of these cities that are exalted, Pharisees that are exalted, men that are exalted, and they don't bring out the new covenant. The triumphing of the wicked is only short. So, it's going to be better for the day of Sodom and Gomorrah, and we know what happened with them, than for these individual cities, these Pharisaic cities. They're going to be thrown down to the ground. Okay? Because why? Because they refused the Lord. Just like then, it's the same thing now. When the Lord came on the scene, they were all about the outward appearance, not really understanding the heart was the one that the Lord was really fixing. That's why the Gentiles that believe are going to make it. Because why? Because their belief is going to be in the circumcising of the heart. Their belief is going to be in the spirit, not in the letter that killeth and bring us unto bondage like Hagar. 25. At that time the Lord answered and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent, and hast revealed them unto babes. Even so, Father, for your souls it seemed good in thy sight. All things are delivered unto me of my Father, and no man knoweth the Son but the Father. Neither knoweth any man the Father save the Son, and to whomsoever the Son will reveal him. Come unto me, all you that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and you shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light. The reason why his burden is light and his yoke is easy is because even a babe can do it. And that's what he's saying right here. You don't have to do all things of the law. When you come unto Christ, all you have to do is believe on him, and you will be saved. See? So as we're piping and we're singing this song, many are refusing it. Many are not singing unto it. And that's why the Lord said what? They're going to be judged for that. Because this song that we're singing is about the Lord. It's about his sacrifice. Not the sacrifice of Moses, which they're trotting on the foot. They're singing a different song. Hebrews 10 verse 27. I'm going to get into it. I'm dealing with things in the spirit. It says, but a certain fearful looking of judgment and fiery indignation which shall devour the adversaries. He that despised Moses' law died without mercy under 2 or 3 witnesses. For how much more sore punishment, suppose ye, shall he be taught worthy who has trodden underfoot the Son of God, and is counted the blood of the covenant wherewith he was sanctified an unholy thing, and is done despite unto the Spirit of grace. We know him that saith, vengeance belongeth unto me. I will recompense it, the Lord, and again the Lord shall judge his people. So, how much more so a punishment suppose you for those that have trodden underfoot the Son of God, that have not danced while we sung this song, that have not mourned with us? Because if they were of us, they would have continued with us, but they were not of us. Therefore, they're manifest to be enemies of the cross. This new song is a sweet, smelling savor. The song that, if you're a lively stone, is going to get you up and moving. I can get jiggy with this all day, every day. But call to remembrance the former days in which, after you were illuminated, you endured a great fight of afflictions, partially while you were made a gazing stock, both by reproaches and afflictions, and partially while you became companions of them that were so used. For you had compassion of me, my bonds, and took joyfully the spoiling of your goods, knowing in yourself that you have in heaven a better and an enduring substance. Cast not away therefore your confidence, which has great recompense of reward. For you had need of patience, that after you have done the will of God, you might receive the promise. For yet a little while, and he that shall come will come and will not tarry. He's going to come, regardless what people think. Right? You can do it standing up, you can do it laying down. He's still going to come. Alright? He's the man of the hour. And his wives have made himself ready. Now the just shall live by faith, but if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. For we are not of them who draw back unto perdition, but of them that believe to the saving of the soul. So we believe in the saving of the soul. Remember, Lot's wife did not look back, man. Keep moving forward. Regardless of what you go through, the Lord's going to take care of us. Alright? We're under his umbrella, not the umbrella of this fucking world. But anyways, man, with that, that's going to be the whole video. All praises to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Salutation to the 1/3 and the 144. Brothers out there, endure and keep the faith. And I'll be back later on. And with that, shalom, I'm out.